I mean, it's just good to be on pole, no matter if you're champion or not. No, just a good feeling. I felt good all weekend. I mean, the last few weekends, honestly, I felt pretty good. So it's been nice that I've continued my good feelings in the car. We've obviously had some of the upgrades. That certainly helped this weekend, and we've always performed well as a team on this track. So I think when you put all these things together, it's nice to see that result can kind of come out of it. I think the fact of that we're still as quick as Ferrari, like I put my money on Ferrari before the weekend started, and they have been insanely quick this weekend. But come qualifying, like we just seemed to take a bit more of a step forward, and I felt very, very confident in Q1 and Q2. I felt confident into Q3, just my laps were not the best, and I certainly knew it was possible. Like I had good confidence that I could go out and get pole today. So that's been a very good feeling, and a nice one that I've missed for quite a while.
Hey Lewis, not so long ago I would never be saying hard luck for P2 given where you were, but I could see that pole was on the table today. So kind of what's the kind of overriding emotion right now?
For the lap, not so much. It is what it is. It happens. It's more the aftermath afterwards and stuff. So yeah, just I don't know what's going to happen, but tomorrow's probably going to be damage limitations.
A bit disappointed. Disappointing mostly because I didn't find a solution for turn 1 and turn 12 all today really. In FP3 already I was struggling with turn 1 and turn 12, and I was still losing 3/10 or something like this in Q3 in turn 1 and turn 12. So a bit disappointed with it. I'll look into it to try and fix that for tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, we were competitive all weekend. It's true that today everybody seemed to have done a big step forward that we didn't do. But it's still a long race tomorrow.
I think we were just a bit out of the window with tires all the way into Q2, in Q3. Then in Q3 we made a good step, and the car just finally felt a bit more alive. But for sure is. Yeah, it was a shame, first of all, with the yellow flag, but of course happens, and I think, P3 was on the table today, but still not good enough for pole.
Hey Oscar, obviously you were on the back foot from the start this weekend, missing that first session. Does it feel like you've been chasing it all the way through up until this quali session?
Yeah, it's not been the easiest for sure. It's just been a bit of a struggle. Today's been a bit better with the updates to the car, and the wind direction was a little bit more friendly to us, but yeah, it was just a shame on the last lap not to be able to show anything.
I mean, the whole weekend has been tough, but in qualifying especially, the car is just degrading. We don't have tie deck, we have car degradation. So yeah, I really can't make anything out of it. It's just really tough. The car suddenly just started oversteering a lot, and honestly, every lap that I did in qualifying just was worse and worse. So yeah, it's not good.
George, I feel like I need to get you a lucky charm because there was another reliability problem, albeit towards the end of the session. Just kind of sum up how you're feeling right now.
I mean, it didn't really affect anything, although there was a water leak, and we saw on the tyre temperatures the water was spraying on the tyres. So during my last lap, so my last lap was rubbish, but I think there's maybe a reason for it, because it was like a water pistol being sprayed up the tyres, which doesn't necessarily give you more grip. But the truth is, this whole weekend we haven't really had the pace. We've looked very strong in the race pace. Did we strike the right balance between the quali setup and the race setup? Is maybe the question we'll have answered tomorrow, but just struggle to get the tyre switched on all day.
It's been very annoying the whole weekend. We can't seem to find the balance we want, and it's very hard to drive. Yeah, so yeah, not ideal.
Has it just been a case of just trying lots of different things and nothing seems to be working? Does it feel like maybe this track just doesn't suit you guys? Is it because you had to run the car stiff? Obviously on the bumps it makes it tricky. Do you have any kind of answers at the minute?
No. It's just, I don't know, I thought it was going to be maybe a track where we would be competitive, but it's probably one of our worst, and yeah, that's a tough one because halfway through the season, and yeah, it's hard to make big steps at the moment.
I wasn't super happy yesterday. It wasn't the easiest. I was a little bit behind Liam. Then, missing basically all of FP1. I think I went out with about 3.5 minutes to go in FP1 this morning. So it was definitely on the back foot going into quali. But, massive effort from, for starters, the mechanics this morning to get the car ready to give me those 2 laps. And then the engineers, on my side of the garage, again, another weekend where I think we've worked really well together. And, I was struggling behind Liam yesterday, didn't drive in FP3, and now to be in Q3, I think is really good.
Yeah, pretty much. It was trouble-free, indeed. Nice for once to have a clean one. Feel like, we maximized it. Yeah, one laughing eye, and very positive to be inside Q3. Not so happy about the distance, the gap to P9. And then from P9 actually to P8 and then onwards again is also bigger than what we thought and expected. But I feel we maximized what we had, so that's all we can do.
Liam just missed out today. The car's been fast. What's the overriding emotion?
It's just terribly executed. So we were quite good in Q1, and the car has been really, really quick. And then just I locked up on the first lap, and then just a really bad second lap, honestly. So. Yeah, it's not a surprise. It's just a shame that the car's been very, very good.
It doesn't feel nice to drive. Like in terms of grip, we're really struggling, and I can't drive the way I would like. There are a lot of things which the car at the minute doesn't really give us. I feel definitely drop back in the order, and we expected to be even further back from the top 10. In the end, we came only 2 tenths away from P10 with a single set of new tires. So still decent, but bigger picture, we're just too slow and definitely need those upgrades coming on the car.
It's what it is at the minute. We are struggling a little bit for pace, and it's not easy for us at the moment. So we are working hard to try and fix some of the issues that we've got. We are waiting with a lot of hope for the upgrade in Sandboard. I think that's going to be a big step, so that can be a good one. But so far it is a bit what it is. We are definitely struggling for pace, and today was the case again. Hopefully in the race is better. Today we struggled with the tires a bit. Sector 1 was very bad, very cold tires, had no grip, lost a lot of time there. Then the rest of the lap was good, but didn't recover the lap time loss in Sector 1. So we'll try tomorrow our best to score.
Gabby, you've looked quick this weekend, and I thought you were a dead cert really to fight for Q3. So what happened out there?
Yeah, to be honest, still trying to understand as well, but what I know and is a fact that I didn't drive my best today in qualifying. I've done a few mistakes. I've run wide in T4. I don't know if that caused damage in the car by running that curb that is super aggressive. But anyway, it was just not a great quali today. We didn't optimize, I didn't optimize the car I had today. I think the whole weekend we have been inside the top 10, but now in qualifying things just didn't click for me.
Yeah, the car stayed the same, so I'm very happy, with the work that we've done this weekend. We didn't run into any, strange issues with straight line speed, with rear downforce or weird front downforce, that we've seen in the past. The car stayed consistent. The guys did a really, really good job, in taking it apart on Friday night and putting it back to as the same as it was. We could build, from FP1 and have a normal weekend, fine-tune here and there. And it's very satisfying for all of us to have extracted the maximum out of the package today. There's nothing more we could have done in terms of positioning. We are half a second away from, the car in front. So there's no way we could have done that. So obviously now we're looking into the next step, which is, to bring more performance to the car. So we'll see if we can do that in the near future, but we will take that today as a satisfaction for my side of the garage, for the whole team. I think it's good confidence, and we need to build on that.
Hey Fernando, I know you won much more than P16, but at least felt like you could fight out there today.
Yeah, definitely. It was a different weekend, different qualifying, where we felt that we could fight a little bit more and we could influence the final result of qualifying if we made a perfect lap or a perfect setup. So that adrenaline when you close the visor and you go into the lap, it was missed, in the last few events where, we were in the last row of the grid. You know, whatever we were doing on the car. So yeah, it was nice, and to go back to that feeling, and hopefully more to come in the next few races.
Ali, hard luck out there. Just kind of talk me through that session and whether or not you felt there was a lot more in it, or what kind of happened out there.
To be honest, I felt like I've been hanging on all weekend ever since I jumped back in the car in FP2. It's been a real struggle. The balance has been really unpredictable, and honestly it's disappointing because all that progress I felt we made in Spa feels like we're back to square one now, you know, and I've just been really struggling to feel any confidence with this car, and it's shown in the result today.
Hey Carlos, I know coming into this weekend you were expecting a tough one. Did you expect it to be this tough though?
Yes, to be honest, yes. When I saw the track map and the problems we have this year, I knew it was going to be the track that would be most difficult for us. Also the hotter temperatures, everything's going against us this weekend, and on top of that, on my side of the garage, a bit like in Spa, we spent FP1, FP2, FP3 with a lot of issues on the rear of the car that we couldn't get rid of. By quali, we probably put some patches that solved it, and maybe we did a better job, but still some serious things going on. Having said that, we knew this coming here. Good thing is Aston has proven to us that if you add downforce to the car, you go quicker. So I think we know what we need to do moving forward.
Hey Alex, sorry you're having such a tough time of it out there at the minute. Just how difficult is it to go from one lap to the other, and I guess by the sounds of it, not knowing what kind of car you're going to have?
Yeah, it is. Hard to understand what the car is doing. Changes every lap, every corner. I think Carlos had some issues himself this weekend. I've had my own separate issues. I think we need to look into why the cars are just changing. The feeling of the cars are changing. It doesn't feel. It feels like I'm not delivering any good laps because I go into every corner. I don't know what the car's going to do. Kind of having to drive the car not like a qualifying lap. You're driving it more like a race lap because if you push closer to a qualifying lap, it will bite you. It will do something that you don't expect. So it's been frustrating. I think we don't really understand it, and we've noticed more and more as the season has gone on that there are trends that we don't like in the car, and it's we're seeing differences, but yeah, it's tough.
Hey Lance, well, I'm glad you finally got some track time at least today. I appreciate it wasn't maybe enough to feel comfortable with the car. So how do you kind of feel with that lap out there in quali?
No, we've left everything on the table. We're improving half a second or something in the last lap, and then had a tailwind in turn 12, so just went straight into the gravel there and didn't complete it. So frustrating.
Well, we've seen that Aston has made a step. Aston made a step for this race with the big upgrades, and they are now ahead of us, at least on one lap. But looking at positives, we were closer to Williams than before, so that's okay. But still, it's that was all we had today.
Yeah, really disappointed. Obviously, we lost a lot of track time this morning. We didn't do any laps. We had to change the gearbox, and it was quite awkward, the car, the feeling with the car. So for me, the most concerning thing is to understand what's going on for tomorrow, because that to me is the main concern. You know, if you are off balance around here, it can be very, very costly. So I need to understand what's going on, especially through the high-speed section.